Yacht A Aquarius, welcome to Navajo Sage Weaver Tarot's channel. Um, I am doing your reading today, Aquarius, and we are just want to let you know that I've already pre-shuffled and laid out your storyline here with the tarot cards, and also going to get some other message from the Wisdom of Elder and the Divine Feather, and see what other messages Spirit would like to deliver to us, Aquarius. And also, any of the decks that I will be using will be uh, in the description below. And so let's start your reading. Okay, so I'm going to shake the gourd, move any stagnation, and then we'll go from there. Thank you. All right, Aquarius, let's just give this a little shuffle. I'm gonna split the deck in half. And then at the bottom, we have 38 star people, universal knowledge. And at the bottom of the deck, we have 27 cedar sacred medicine protection. Aquarius, we have condor. Hold the highest vision for your life. You now possess the ability to move past any hurdles. All right. 38 star people, universal knowledge. Star people are some of the oldest allies to the human nation. They guide and assist us through life and possess an ancient wisdom that we can connect with. They can often appear to us during dreams or meditation. There have been numerous encounters throughout history, many of which were documented by indigenous people with petrograph, storytelling, and creation stories. Their increased presence on Mother Earth reminds us that we are not alone in the universe, whether it be in a physical sense, in the mental realm, and even within the scope of spirituality. Their existence not only teaches us that in the same way that a drop of seawater is still part of the ocean, humans um, in instinctively connect to the beings across the galaxy. Our unique experience in life are a small reflection of the divine. And as you continue to nourish your own spiritual growth and evolutionary process, your ability to connect to these beings will become more pronounced. They've been sharing universal wisdom and knowledge with humanity since the beginning of time. The Star People card is presents might coincide with a radical departure from some level of normalcy in your life. Perhaps you have noticed a shift away from certain circle of friends, activities you once enjoyed, or aspect of your personality that no longer resonates with you. You may feel particularly drawn to research, um, connecting to beings from other world. Now it is the time to call upon the star people to help you guide you with universal knowledge. 27. Cedar, sacred medicine, protection. The third sacred medicine of cedar occupies the south direction of the medicine wheel, poses some of the strongest purifying properties of sage. Cedar is connected to protection and is often utilized in sweat lodges ceremonies as a way of offering a safe space for deeping healing to its participants and even protection for ceremony itself. It can also be used in combination with other sacred medicine to stimulate clarity and to promote communication with the spirit world and the creator. It has a lush green color that associates with the heart chakra. And if there are any feeling around heartache, you are at this time, cedar would beneficial the in to incorporate into your spiritual practice in the form of offering and through smudging. If physical or spiritual healing is required in your life at this time, uh, harness the power of cedar and invite healing energy into your energetic body and into your life. The cedar sacred medicine card is a reminder that there is a powerful prayer, and now might be a time to ask others for help or ask spirit to uh, intervene. Prayers are always heard and are often answered, but you have to take the first step and ask. If you or someone you love have been dealing with health issues or emotion stress, sensory, connect to the heartache. This might be gentle nudge from spirit to utilize the power of sacred sage medicine and trust the healing and to trust the healing is possible. So those were your messages from the wisdom of elder and spirit once you hear Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. So let's get into the tarot message here and um, see what other message Spirit want us to know. So Spirit is saying that you are bringing in the energy of the star, this healing aspect, you know, hope. The star energy reminds us that, a lot of the things that, you know, the stuff that you have, the things that no longer you need, you're giving it back, you're putting it back into the water, you know, you're giving it back to the world, you're giving it back to society, your people, wherever it came from. And you're looking to the celestial realm, the star energy here. You know, you're giving it back. And as you give it back, right? As you give the things back that you grew out of, you know, you're as the celestial being to help you, right? The star people by using cedar, offering cedar, praying for yourself, get you back on the path. Then the energy of the queen, the chalice, finding emotional balance, compassion, listening to your intuition. Excuse me. Um, the queen reminds us, to also enjoy, you know, those around us, the star people that are helping, you know, the ones that we forget that we just because we can't see them. And then when the queen energy enters our life, then the hermit energy going in, and withdrawing from the world because you need to understand yourself by being alone, you know. You can't hear yourself you know, if you don't if you're not alone. Oh, there's a hermit finding that solitude, that peace. Then the five of wands, the conflict with yourself, when you go within. It's not fun. Mm. Then the seven of wands, being cautious of how you move, right? Because the high priestess here, this energy, you know, you want to be cautious because of the hidden knowledge, maybe, right? The mystery, you know, listening to your intuition here, with the seven of swords, keeping things at bay. Because something cause a turmoil within, you know, because you had an introspection of something and it triggered, but Spirit is saying it's okay because of the high priestess here. You're going to listen to your intuition. You're going to listen to the star people here. Aquarius, you're going to trust. Because when that happens, right, the Ace of Chalice comes in. The Ace of Chalice is, trusting, learning to trust. The Ace of Chalice is learning how to be with new emotions, right? Because we're having new beginnings and new opportunities. And sometimes, like we forget that. Like, if something is happening in your life, right? Something good, something new, we have new behaviors. We have new ways of coming into the situation and new opportunities. And so new feelings build a way of feeling growing out of those old feelings that we have. Then you use a magician here, you know, making you know, learning how to use all your resources by learning how to use your resources and tapping into your personal powers so you can manifest your garden here, like here with the Seven of Pentacles. This being here is standing here patiently watching their pentacles, reflecting, on the effort, on the growth of it. Because this sun energy comes in positively, energy, frequency. Things start looking up for us. This sun energy reminds us, Aquarius. It reminds us, to be optimistic, do what makes you happy, stay warm. And then the five, I mean, the chariot, energy here, you know, using your intuition to guide you, to your destiny, moving that using your movement, trusting in the path, even when you can't even see it, you're allowing the star people to help you, guide you in the dark. And when you do that, when you let go and you allow spirit to help you, the Ace of Swords comes in. And the Ace of Swords is you're having that breakthrough, cutting, boom, you know, cutting that, detangling it, just cutting through it. The Ace of Swords is, starting that new project because your idea, having that clear aha, aha moment. Mm. Then you come in strong again, taking authority over your project, right? Because you had to go through this right here. This wasn't hard to face, you know, watching it, time, leading it again with the chariot, trusting your intuition, where the waves are going here, you know, going through triumph. So this is probably highlighting, to maintain focus, you know, balance, those opposite forces, that are coming in with confidence and steer towards it, right? With the Nine of Swords here. You know, you might have to face those fears. Yeah, they'll cause sleepless nights, but you're gonna look at it. The Nine of Swords here. Um, the phase is ending because you're trusting your intuition. You're taking a leap of faith, right? The full energy. You're embracing that new beginning that you've been praying for, right? Asking spirit to help you in your journey. Mhm. Then we have the Six of Chalice energy. We're taking a step back, maybe, because we're having memories, emotions. It's not easy to, step into the full energy. The full energy, is pushing through, those challenges you know, despite the emotional challenges, you know, despite the repercussion, despite the consequences. So this energy of the Six of Chalice, the emotional connection, allowing the process to be whatever it needs to be in your journey, right, Aquarius? Wherever those relations, people, places, or things need to be. Then you have the Six of Swords here, where you have to move forward, leave those things behind, that what once helped you, it's okay, but they're no longer. You gotta let go of it. Cutting through the bullshit doesn't help you anymore. Because the Queen of Cups here, she's sitting here now on the beach, in her shell, drinking, you know, her her drink of choice, right? Whatever you enjoy, whatever makes you happy, enjoying it with her shoes off, the Queen of Cups, having compassion because she listened to her intuition. She's, you know, having a emotional stability. She's enjoying you know, the environment here. The Queen of Cup is, being honest with herself, you know? Probably wasn't easy, hard sometimes to see that, let it go. Then the Two of Cups here. connecting, having that mutual understanding with yourself, with your masculine and your feminine, right? It's hard to find a balance sometimes when we're going through stuff. Because when we find that balance, the Empress energy here steps in and you're enjoying the beauty of what surrounds you. You're cultivating in your own nature. You're loving yourself for what you are instead of what you become, right? The Empress, nurturing abundance, having the creativity, being patient, fertility. Mhm. And then the Five of Chalice entering in, making us, trying to make us feel like there's a lack, you know? Yeah, sometimes we'll have burdens, we all struggle, financially. We all have process of disappointment, of loss. But doesn't mean that, we are a lack, right? Right here. Get your butt up, yeah. If you let this overtake you, you start worrying you know, about you're not finishing something, right? Because you look at the house is halfway full, halfway finished, and you're just taking a break, laying down, and spirit saying, you gotta get up and continue, no matter how difficult it may be, because then that way you can, you know, strategize, you know, come in cautiously with the ending the story with the Seven of Swords here. Which is, hold on. Mm, the Seven of Swords here too, so it's come in twice. So maybe, there's spirits trying to highlight something for you, uncover some sort of hidden truth, make you saying, hey, Aquarius, pay attention, you know. There's going to be an addressing, under some sort of underhand behavior coming in that's going to expose itself in some way, right? Mm. And so, um, Aquarius, you're filled with these opportunities of growth, emotional healing, and, you know, and you know, making good decisions and actions. So I would say that is your story, Aquarius. Aquarius, thank you for allowing me to do your story. I hope this helped you in any way, give you some inspiration, some insights, some ideas, and just help you on your journey. Thank you for coming to my channel and supporting. Thank you for your likes and your subscribe. And hope you have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. And just want to say, Hujonas clean, Hujonas clean, Hujonas clean, Hujonas clean, Hujonas clean. Asha.